Today, we will be doing the Lowenstein Occupational Therapy Cognitive Assessment. But before we begin, we will be going over some background information about the assessment. The assessment was created in 1989. It was developed by the staff members of the Occupational Therapy Department at Lowenstein Rehabilitation Hospital to evaluate basic cognitive abilities in brain-injured clients. It assesses everyday function such as orientation, visual perception, psychomotor abilities, problem-solving skills, and thinking operations. So how can this information be used? The evaluation provides a profile of the client's cognitive status that is useful for establishing a baseline for treatment, planning treatment goals, and monitoring changes during treatment. As for the population, it was developed as a measure of basic cognitive skills and visual perception in older adults with neurological impairment.
Hey NRA, my name is Quenisha. I'll be your occupational therapist today. So today I just want to do like an assessment on you just to look at some things. And the assessment I'll be doing will be the Lowenstein Occupational Therapy Cognitive Assessment. So I'm just going to ask you a couple of questions. Have you matched some things just to see?
Okay, sure.
All right. So the first question I'm going to ask you today is, do you know where you are now?
Maxwell Rehabilitation Center.
Okay. And what city are you in?
Montgomery.
And where do you live? Like, what is the exact address?
1818 Shadow Lane, Montgomery.
And where were you before you came here?
I was at home.
At home, okay. All right. And what day is today?
Today is April 20th, 2021.
And what month? You
April.
said April. And you did tell me. I'm so sorry. And what is the season now?
It's springtime.
Okay. And what is the hour now?
Oh, let me check. It's 2:17.
Okay. And how long have you been hospitalized?
I think it was about a week.
A week? Okay. All right. So now I'm going to show you some cards, and I'll just like for you to tell me what you see in the picture.
Okay.
All right. So
looks like sunglasses.
okay.
A teapot. A watch. Scissors. A bike. A chair. A shoe. And a key.
Good job. All right. So now I'm just gonna ask you to identify some shapes for me. Okay.
That's a rectangle. Ooh, I don't really know what this is called.
I call it a weight.
A diamond, a square, looks like half a circle,
Okay.
a full circle, a triangle.
And what is that?
Oh, that looks like a stop sign, but I don't remember the name of the shape.
Okay, that's all right. Stop sign is close enough because the stop sign is that shape, which is a hexagon.
It's a hexagon.
Yeah. Good job. All right. And so I'm going to show you some more cards But I want this time you to tell me what's on the cards. What do you see?
Okay. Like all three of them.
Mm-hmm. Tell me what you see. What all you see in the picture?
Okay. This is a saw.
Okay.
This looks like a gardening tool, like a hoe.
Okay.
And these look like, I guess, pliers.
Okay. And what you see here?
I see an apple, pear, and a banana.
Good job. Okay. So next, I'm going to show you some pictures, and you tell me what you see.
Okay.
Okay.
A fork.
Okay.
Looks like a car parked somewhere.
Okay.
An old school phone.
Yeah, they don't make them like that no more.
And a hammer.
Good job. Okay. So next, I'm going to ask you about like some body parts. So can you show me your right hand? Okay, and show me your left leg. Yeah. Good. Can you put your right hand on your left ear? And can you put your left hand on your right ear? Good job. All right. So, on which side is the door?
Behind me.
Okay. What side is the suitcase?
To my left.
Okay. And what side is your phone?
To my right.
And what side is the outlet?
It's in front of me.
Good job. Okay. And here's my little guy. So, can you show me what's in front of the man?
Looks like a piece of paper.
Okay, and what's behind him?
Is that a television?
Yes, it is. And what side is the computer?
On my side or his side?
His side.
That would be his right side.
Okay, and what's on his left side?
Nothing.
Okay. We're doing good. Alright. So this time, I want you to mimic the motions that I do. Okay? So, okay. And then go. All right, now I'm gonna put some objects in front of you. Okay, So, can you show me how to use each object?
Comb your hair.
Okay, that one.
Cut.
Okay. And how would you use these two objects?
What is this?
Good. So that pencil beside you, and we're gonna use it on the same piece of paper. Can you draw a line for me, and then I need you to erase that line. Good job. Okay. All right, so I'm just gonna ask you a couple of things, and you will demonstrate to me how you would do those things. How would you brush your teeth, and show me the whole action, like from the beginning to the end?
Okay. I would get my toothpaste and toothbrush. Would put the toothpaste on the toothbrush, and then brush my teeth, and then rinse off my toothbrush and spit out the toothpaste and rinse my mouth.
Okay. And how do you open the door with the key?
Put the key in the door and turn.
Okay. Yep. And how do you cut a loaf of bread with a knife?
If this was my knife, I would just cut it.
Okay. And how do you use a telephone? Like show the whole action of like you trying to call somebody and.
Okay. I'll use my phone. I would unlock it, and then I would select who I wanted to call, and then call them.
Okay. Great job. So, next. What we're going to do next is. Okay, so keep that pencil in your hand. And here's a piece of paper. And when I show you these particular objects, I just need you to trace them.
Okay.
Okay. That's a little funky. People give it all types of names. And the last one. Good job. And I'll get that piece of paper from you.
Okay.
So next, put that there. I'm going to show you this picture, this particular picture here, and using these shapes, can you make that same image?
Okay. Got it.
Good job. Okay. So next, I'm gonna move these out your way. So next you're going to do the pegboard. And what I like for you to do is make that same image as this,
Okay.
using those pegs. Good job. Speedy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So these now I want you to use these cubes to make the same image. Using the colors and all. Demonstrate that same picture.
Uh-oh.
You finish?
I think it looks pretty good.
Okay. And I just want to make sure I see it right. Okay. And next, can you tell me how many blocks are on this page?
Looks like 7.
7. Okay. So I'm going to give you 7 blocks. And then I want you to make that same design off the page. And finished. Good job.
Yes, so.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. So we have this design, and so I want you to make that same image using these cards. Good job. Okay. And the last thing we're going to do for this is so we're going this particular clock. So you're going to make a clock with this, and then you're going to make this time. So make the hands do 10:15.
Okay. Okay.
Good job. I like your hand.
Thank you.
The numbers and stuff. That's cute. All right. So now we're going to cameras. So move this out your way. So now I'm going to lay some pictures out in front of you and I want you to sort the cards into groups, however you see fit.
Okay. Can they be like big groups?
However you want to do it, big, small.
All right, I got 2 big groups.
Okay. Can you name these groups for me?
Yes, these are like transportation, and this is like tools.
Okay. And is there any other possible way you can put them into groups?
Let's see. Okay.
And can you name these groups for me?
So these are all ways of transportation on the ground. This is by air and this is by water.
Okay.
And then these are like tools you would use around the house. This is for like crafts, and this is for tools you would use in the garden.
Good. Okay. Get these from you. So now I'm going to slide these back out to you, and can you put these objects into groups that are alike?
Okay.
Okay. And how are your groups alike?
They are all the same color.
And now can you make different groups that are alike? Okay. Good. Good job. Let me see these. I have made this. Now, you make many groups as you can that are like mine.
Okay. Just like the same shape, it doesn't have to be the same color, right?
Yeah, make the same shape as mine.
Okay.
As many as you can. Good job. Slide these out here. Um, so, lay them out in front of you first, and then I'm gonna explain what we're gonna do. So, okay. So, with these cards that I arranged in front of you, put in front of you, arrange the pictures in the right sequence, and then tell me a story.
Okay. Okay, so it's a man, he's got his ladder, he's going up to an apple tree, and then he puts his ladder down, climbs the ladder to pick an apple, and then he's coming down and he sees a girl and he gives the girl an apple.
Okay, I like your story. Sometimes things be slick tables. Thank you. Okay. And I'm gonna do another set. And then I want you to do the same thing, put them in order for me, and then tell me a story.
Okay. This has got a lot going on.
It does, doesn't it? He's a little more complicated.
Okay. He does not look very happy.
House chores never makes anybody happy.
Okay, so it looks like this man has leaves all over his grass, and so he rakes them up and puts them in a basket. And as he's carrying them off, the wind blows, and it blows the leaves out of the basket and then back onto the ground. And he's upset because he has to start all over.
I would be too. That is sad.
I'm sad for him.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So, okay, so this picture is, and I actually have one that looks like it. Okay, so it's like the same picture you see in the book, and what I like for you to do is draw. In this line, the forms are drawn in a special order. Continue the sequence according to the order. So just do it like that.
Okay.
And then we're going to do one more. So it's this one. And this is the line. And then just do the same sequence in this order.
Okay.
Starting from here.
Okay. Do I keep adding on?
Add on one more here and then start back over at one.
Okay.
Good job. Okay, and I just want to ask you a couple of questions, and then we'll be through for today.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna give you another sheet of paper because you might need it. There you go. So, John was born in 1930. And what year was John 35?
1930. That would be 1965.
Correct. Okay. Peter was born in 1950. And how old is he now in the year of 2021?
50 plus 20 plus 71.
Good job. Okay. So Mary has 5 apples. Susan has 3 apples fewer than Mary. How many apples do both of them have in all?
Mary has 5. Who?
Susan has 3 fewer than Mary.
And if Mary has 5, then Susan has 2, so that's 7.
Okay. And Nancy was born before Janet and after Sarah. Who is the oldest?
Nancy was born before
Janet and after Sarah.
So would Sarah be the oldest?
Yes. And which one is the middle?
Nancy was born before Nancy.
And who will be the youngest?
Janet. Those are hard.
Yeah, they're a little more harder than the rest of them, but you did good. Just give me one moment to look over your scores and your results, and then I'll explain it all to you.
Okay.
Okay, so anyway, I'm just going to explain what your results mean. So the majority of the tests, as you can see, is ranked between 1 to 4, except for this sub-test is ranked between 1 to 5. So 1 just meaning you failed to perform the task, and 4 being the highest meaning you demonstrated a good performance of the task. So as you can see, you scored 4s on a lot of the categories except for in visual perception, shape identification, you scored a 3. And that just means you was able to identify by naming 4 of the shapes. You named 6 of the shapes, and partially I want to kind of say 7, but not fully. You knew the hexagon is the stop sign, but you just didn't know the name. Mm-hmm. And then also you scored a 2 in visual motor organization, which when it came to building the blocks, you just had it kind of flat, or it wasn't as high a depth as it should have been. And so that's why you scored a 2 there. But your overall results, you scored a 108, meaning, and the highest is a 115. So you are very fine with cognitive. You don't have any cognitive impairments. But I will recommend for me to do further assessment on your visual organization, just because when you was building the blocks, the height and the depth was a little off, and I just want to look at that more. And so I will want to also have you come in for OT treatments 2 times a week for 3 weeks, just to work on visual motor organization a little more, just to see how that goes. But other than that, you've done well. Do you have any questions for me?
I don't think so. Makes sense.
All right. Well, I guess I'll see you next Monday.
Alrighty.
And you have a great day.
Sounds good. You too.